I'm gonna be completely honest, you guys. I went into this movie hoping that it would be good. What happened when I got out of the movie? Uh, well, I woke up and the credits were going through. There's something. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, rjm324, for those who don't know. And yes, I'm not in my room again. I'm actually in my brother's room, because there's nowhere else quiet in the house, as usual. Is that a surprise? Anyways, that little tidbit at the beginning, yeah, I'm going to be doing my review on Transformers Age of Extinction. And yes, the first thing I need to note is that during the last 15 minutes of the movie, I dozed off and I woke up and the movie was over. That happened. It's not a good start to the review, but that happened. But anyways, let's actually get the review started. The movie, it's not very good. Now, when I mean that, I don't mean, oh, it's a complete piece of crap and it should die. No. There's actually some enjoyment in this movie. The bad part is that's at the first half of the movie. The first half of this 2 hours, 37-minute toy commercial. That's the only way I can describe it, as a toy commercial envisioned through the eyes of Michael Bay, who uncoincidentally is the director of this next installment of Transformers. Because, you know, he did the other three, so obviously you gotta bring him back to bring in the buku bucks. It's true, Michael Bay is a really bankable director, no matter how bad his movies are. And the Transformers movies themselves aren't bad. I mean, the first one was pretty good, the second one I'd forgotten about, the third one was okay, but 2 out of 4 is not really good for this franchise, Michael Bay. I'm sorry. Now, I'm sure you're all wondering what in the world the story is about. Well, here's the basics. Earth basically does not like the Autobots anymore because of all the damage they caused in Chicago. So now, this little private company has teamed up with, I think it was Blackout, which is this rogue Transformer who swears allegiance to neither Decepticon nor Autobot. And basically he's called in to kill off the Autobots so that their scrap can be used for the newly discovered mineral Transformium, which is basically what Transformers are made out of. So that this private company can make their own Transformers, fully remote controllable, to help defend the world, basically. Because that's what any company wants. And Optimus Prime gets called out of, well, not called out, he's forced out of a hibernation mode by our main character, Mark Wahlberg, as Cage Yeager, I think? I saw this movie a few days ago. Why don't I remember anything about it? Oh, I know, because it was boring. So yeah, Mark Wahlberg's character wakes up Optimus Prime, and Prime is detected by the government, and the government's dispatched there to take him out. Destroys Wahlberg's house, takes his family on the run and his friend, and they and Optimus meet up with the last remaining Autobots, including Bumblebee and Autobots, the Nobody Cares edition. Like, the only one of the new Autobots that I remember is that one that was voiced by John Goodman. He was funny enough, but in the end he's just comic relief. Bumblebee still has his broken voice box, so he still uses the radio. And honestly, he's still as good as Bumblebee can be, especially the one part where he gets a good look at his replacement, which they claim is better than the original Bumblebee, and he just wants to rip it apart. Later in the movie, he does get to rip it apart, but that part was just before I fell asleep. Yeah, honestly, the setup was a lot better than the payoff, because at least with the setup, yeah, it's cliche and it's cheesy, but at least it's easy to follow. But once you got to the Explosionfest, oh my god, the Explosionfest of a second half. Literally, I never thought I would be so bored of things blowing up. As you blow, boom, 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 another boom, 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 bang, crash, boom, ah. yeah, that was bad. When too many things blow up in rapid succession, I honestly was getting a headache and I fell asleep during the last 15 minutes. I don't know. First half was good, the second half was boring. You have some returning characters, but the rest of them are just cliched, boring, or just downright unfunny. The story doesn't really make much sense. Why do you have one Transformer that doesn't swear allegiance to either side? I mean, besides the fact that they don't want to be good, and they don't want to destroy everything, they just want revenge. But other than that, what's the point of not swearing allegiance to anybody? Yeah, the dialogue was cheesy. There was one special effect, and Jeremy Johns said this perfectly, looked exactly like Dick Jones falling out of the window in RoboCop 1. I thought he was being crazy, but I saw the shot. I saw this one shot, and I saw what he meant. It was so fake. Come on, babe, it's 2014. We should at least get a more realistic ball. We shouldn't have to borrow stuff from the 80s, right? Leave that crap to J.J. Abrams. At least he knows how to do it right. But if it sounds like that I'm really hating on this movie and I'm really tearing it apart, it's only because I'm trying to be nice to it. Because there were some parts that I liked. Like the Autobots still looked pretty good. The CG was still alright for live action. The acting wasn't anything too impressive either. Even though you have Mark Wahlberg and Stanley Tucci. Which you would think that would be a good thing, but it really isn't. Because they're just spewing out Michael Bay's forced, raunchy humor, and you still have the same stereotypes. Wow, I think I understand why people hated Revenge of the Fallen so much, because I thought it was unjustified. I mean, sure, it was forgettable, but I didn't think it was bad. Or I don't think that I think it was bad. We'll remember it. Well, in any case, I would love to give this movie a 0 out of 10, but honestly, the only reason I would think that is because I went into this movie expecting something good and got something bad. But even though it was bad, there was still some stuff I liked in it, like the transforming sequences of the new Transformers was actually pretty cool, if a bit lackluster. The voice acting from the Autobots and the inclusion of the Dinobots was pretty cool, if underwhelming. But so, overall, this is going to be my first real negative review, but Transformers Age of Extinction gets a 5 out of 10. I didn't love it, I didn't completely hate it, it's just not a good movie. If you absolutely have to see this because you're a fan of the Transformers movies or you're a fan of Michael Bay, by all means, go see it. If you're not a fan of either, skip it. It ain't worth your time. So, did you guys see Transformers Age of Extinction? And if not, what's your favorite movie based on a toy property? Me, it's Lego movies still, because they still did it right. Whatever it is, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like, guys. And subscribe for more videos every week. So, with all that said, please don't think I'm a hateful person. I'm really not. But this has been me, rjm324. Honestly, I just don't want to end it right, so just see you guys later.